Here is my sad tales, or my old tales of my grandfather's place. Now, I haven't been at my grandfather's place since, I don't know, I stopped seeing him September, and now it's October. And I don't know, and the last time we saw our grandfather's house, we'd play with this, and we pretend that Scream was in here. And whenever we knocked on the door, Scream would pop out, and he would try to get us, and somebody would pretend to be Scream, and we had to go as far away as the garage as possible, but if we couldn't get to that place there, Scream could get us. And I'm going to tell you, and that's the end of this one of the story tales. And as soon as I get up here, I'm going to tell more. Here's another story. And it's very, very old. It was when my sister was in first grade or kindergarten. And me and my mom would go to my pop's house, and me and my mom would meet my cousin Natalie there, and me and Natalie would always play together, and she keeps on asking me, where's my sister? And I keep on telling her she's at school, but she never stopped asking. And sorry if you hear a lot of barking at the beginning, or you will hear a lot of barking at the end. It's just like there's a lot of dogs. There's 2 dogs on this side and 2 dogs on the other side. Well, actually, there's 3 dogs on the other side, so there's a lot of dogs here. And this is a very sad, heartbreaking story. Now my sister's coming to annoy me.
Lou had slobbery poo.
Gross.
And it's all over his butt.
Ugh! Okay, now get over here. Get out of here. I'm telling... Ate, you're attracting the dogs. Get off the porch. I'm making a video. Okay. So time for the heartbreaking story. You know, when my grandmother passed away, we were spending the night at the place, and me, my sister, and my mom was just laying in bed, and my dad just came into the door, and he just tell me and my mother and my sister that my grandmother didn't make it. Be careful up there. She's doing Gangnam Style. And he just run into the room screaming that my grandmother didn't make it. We rushed as fast as we can to the living room, and when I just got there, I just saw my grandmother dead. She wasn't breathing. Her eyes were really open, and a lot of my siblings and my aunts and my uncles, they just rush over here. And I was one of the first one there. My grandma couldn't walk, so she'd always have to stay in a bed. And our grandfather couldn't go anywhere. And so we'd always have to go over there and meet up. And our grandma was such a special lady. We went to the graveyard today. And the only reason I'm telling this story is because I love my grandma. And yesterday it was just her birthday, so we passed by her graveyard today. And I also have an aunt at the graveyard, and that was my dad's old wife, 'cause she died in 2000, or however you pronounce it. My dad got married to 3 women, and the third woman he married, he's still married to her, and the first 2 just gave up. The first one was our older brother's mother, and she was just cheating on her father. And the second wife was our Aunt Marlene. She was very nice. And she just passed away. She's in the graveyard now. And our mother now is Beth Liberty Melton. Well, she has 2 names, so I just said both of it. Beth Liberty. She used to be part of the Odebs. Now she's part of the Meltons. So, this has been Old Stories at my grandfather's house.